Up is another word in English with so many meanings. And if you want to be a C1 English or C2 English speaker, you've got to know that up means different things when combined with different words. So I have more than one video on this topic because there are so many. This is part 1 in the series. See how many meanings of up you know, and if you don't know it, pay close attention. The first meaning of up is finish. So up means finish in the phrases pack up, end up, time up, or shut up. There's more still. Let's look at some examples here. Let's pack up and leave. This means take everything because we have finished. Pack up means you've got lots of things all around and you need to put them together so you can carry them away when you finish with someone. Maybe put them in a suitcase like this lady has here. Pack up. End up has a slightly different meaning because end up tells us about the place where you finish. Look at the example here. Happy couple in a restaurant, and perhaps they were traveling around the city all day, and they say, we ended up in a restaurant. In other words, this is the place where we finished. Time up. Perhaps you know this one. You get to the end of an exam and the examiner, like me, says, the time is up. Stop writing. And this means the amount of time you had is finished. Time up. Your time is finished. Now, be careful with this one because it can be considered rude in some situations. Shut up. Shut up. You are saying too much. In other words, don't say another word. Stop talking. Shut up. So it can be considered rude. Now, in modern English with younger English people, this word shut up has actually changed slightly to show a reaction of amazement. You tell someone an incredible story and they say, oh, shut up. In this case, it means your story has amazed me. I can't believe it. But the main meaning of shut up is don't say any more. But be careful when you use it because it could be considered rude. Don't say it to your boss. Another meaning of up is to create or begin. And this can be in phrases such as set up, start up, think up, and more. First of all, set up. We need to set up before the show starts. And this means prepare everything for the show. Perhaps you have a show and you need to put some things, maybe some flowers on the side to make it look pretty. You need a TV screen and anything you need for your show. If you put it up before the show starts, you are setting up, set up. It's creating the set before you begin something. Start-up means to begin. For example, the car won't start up. The car will not begin to work. So we can use start up in a general sense like this. It won't begin. We can also use start up in a business where start-up means this is a business that's just beginning. So in both cases, it means begin. Use it in a variety of ways, but start-up on its own with business has a slightly different use to start up outside of a business purpose. And think up, for example, let's think up a plan. This means create a plan from our own thoughts. So if you're thinking about how to study English in a new way, then perhaps you're going to think up a way of doing it. I'm going to read on Monday, speak on Tuesday, listen on Wednesday, write on Thursday. You thought up a plan. Up is also used with some words to mean display. For example, put up. This means to display something where people can see it. Have a look at the notice board in the corner. They put up notices all around the town. That means they displayed notices on anything they could in the town where people could see it. On walls, on doors, on poles, anything at all, put up. And pin up really means the same as put up, except you do it with a pin. You use something that fixes your notice to the surface you want to fix it to. Let's pin up an advertisement. That means use pins to secure a printed advertisement. Up is used in some cases to mean put things together. For example, write up. Are any of you writing a long essay at the moment, or maybe even a thesis? What this means, if you say I'm writing up a thesis, this means putting everything together in a final version. You've done all your research, you've made your notes, now you just need to produce the final bit. And that is putting everything together, write up. Now, knock up is a slightly more informal way of putting things together. So don't say that you knocked something up to your tutor, because when you knock something up, it may not be carefully. For example, look at this house. It's not built very well because we knocked this house up quickly. In other words, we made this quickly and maybe not carefully. So it's a good word to know, but it's also a good word to know when to use. Lots of meanings of the word up there, and there are more videos on this incredible word up to come. Make sure you watch all of them if you want to be C1 English, C2 English, IELTS 8, IELTS 9 level, because you need to use this word up in all the varieties of ways. And if you do use them in a variety of ways, that's going to help impress your teacher or examiner or anyone you're speaking to. So click on the box that appears on the screen to get more videos from me on these incredible advanced phrases on words that look simple but are not actually that simple.